1 minute to live. 15 seconds to live. Oh. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, and rolling.
Tonight on Spring Challenge News, thousands of women gather in Greymouth for the annual event. We'll take a closer look.
At last year's Spring Challenge, many entrants were left wondering what had happened to the free drink bottles.
We'll ask organisers for more details and what this means for this year's participants.
Teams will have a roaring start to the rafting from the Arnold Dam, 11 kilometres downstream through Whitewater Rapids.
The region is famous for native wetlands. The team will be navigating through dense jungle-like forest to reach the finish.
And teams will be busy tonight, briefing and preparing their one-person support group for tomorrow's honours roll.
0 community cases of COVID were found in Greymouth today.
Tēnā tātou katoa. Good evening. I'm Samantha Hayes.
And I am Mike McRoberts.
Race organisers of the Spring Challenge are commending the teams for persevering through lockdowns and unsettling times and making it to the start line.
Over 450 teams were taking part in the iconic event. Since COVID community cases were found in Auckland in August, there has been uncertainty as if the event can even go ahead.
The host town of Greymouth have been reported as being excellent hosts. The community is welcoming the event with open arms. Land access from private landowners, Ngāi Tahu Forests, Department of Conservation and Kiwi Rail have all played critical roles in the courses.
Spokesperson for the event, Director Jodie Whaawai, says the Greymouth District Council can be credited for attracting the event to the region.
In other news now, sponsors have flocked to support the women who are taking on such a significant challenge. These include major brands such as Juliana, Merrill, Torpedo 7, M's Power Cookies, Pure Sports Nutrition and Chia Sisters.
Adding to that impressive list of sponsors is Cedar Summit, Starborough Wines, CS Designs, Factory Road, Tonelli, Runnies and Camelback.
That's quite a list, isn't it, Mike?
Yes, it is, Samantha.
And there is evidence to suggest that the free Camelback drink bottles that caused much upset from the 2020 event by being absent will be present this weekend.
I'm sure that'll make many of the participants very happy.
Okarita Sandfly Repellent are also a sponsor, and that could come in handy on the day. It is estimated that $20,000 worth of product has been won by teams already who have received spot prizes.
Wow. Helping with logistics is a large number of students from Tai Pūtini Polytech. Course designers Mark Raywood and Nathan Whaawai said earlier today that they are very pleased with the courses. They had originally hoped to have a course that started in Lake Brunner and finished in Greymouth. But to maintain quality and a variety of terrain, plus weatherproof the stages as much as possible, they have kept the courses mostly in the Arnold Valley. They said teams can expect to feel remote and in special wilderness areas throughout the day.
Wendy Vandenberg, a former Spring Challenger and place getter, has spent the week completing all of the courses. She said teams can expect achievable but testing challenges ahead, especially for 6 and 9 hour teams who will bike to the summit of Mount Fox. She adds that teams should focus on keeping moving and pushing your bike can be just as fast as riding. She explained that teams walking their bikes should stay to the side so anyone riding has a clear line. She encourages teams to enjoy the scenery and appreciate the places they'll be visiting. Mike, what's the weather looking like?
Well, after some heavy rain periods throughout the week, the weather is looking good for the event day. The forecast for mainly fine weather with southwest breezes, but there is a chance of some showers throughout the day. River levels shouldn't be an issue for the teams. The lake level is high for any teams travelling along the shoreline. Teams will have compulsory gear, so they will be ready for whatever happens on the day. That is the weather for tonight. Samantha, I believe there have been a lot of changes because the event is being run in Level 2.
Oh, certainly, Mike, yes. Level 2 obviously adds a lot of complexity to the event and relies heavily on participants following the instructions and protocols the event organisers have outlined. They have asked all teams and support crews to be patient, to be kind, and to be understanding. Staff have been working around the clock to prepare the event, and they are taking their jobs seriously. Throughout the event, there may be changes and adjustments that need to be made to ensure everyone's safety and that the COVID protocols are adhered to. Organisers have asked teams to accommodate for these.
Yes, it's certainly a credit to the organising team. They have featured in the media this week highlighting the steps they have taken to ensure the event can be run. Without any doubt, they have taken all the necessary precautions to protect the teams, support crews, staff, and the local community. The emphasis has been on making sure that the teams know and follow the rules.
Nora from Wicked Row Games and Just for Girls is attending the event and is encouraging the teams to treat this year's Spring Challenge as more of an adventure and less of a race. Under Level 2, there are a number of changes that lessen the integrity of a legitimate sporting event, but the adventure element remains pure and untouched. She says teams will have an incredible day if they connect to the journey, enjoy being together, sharing a challenge, a goal, and ultimately an adventure.
Thanks so much, Samantha. And that is the Spring Challenge News live at 6 for today.
The final updates will be made to the Spring Challenge website by 9 p.m. tonight. I am Samantha Hayes.
And I am Mike McRoberts. Paul Marie.
That's a wrap. Hey, good work, guys.
We're off.
Good one, nice.
Nice one. It's another night.
Good job.
Cheers,
Yeah.
Mike.
Good practice. Good job.
Yeah.
Yeah, good one.
Yes, great.
Thank you. Yeah.
Awesome.
Well,
Yeah,
good one, Samantha.
that's awesome.
Well, that sounds like an amazing event, that Spring Challenge.
Well, all these women. Mike, it makes me think maybe I should give it a crack.
Oh, how many babies have you had recently?
Well, but the women are pretty amazing, They have babies and then they still do these races. So it's incredible.
I'm
It's to their credit.
sure there's a few mums in that race by the sounds of things. 1,300 women, gee, I must admit I'm glad I'm not there.
Yes, well, I'm sure you are, Mike.
But no, what an incredible feat these women are taking on. Mountain biking and hiking and rafting, and that'll be some very, very rugged terrain on that west coast.
Yes, and only one support crew. It must be hard. They'll be working hard, what do you think?
I would think so, yes, and I imagine the support crews are probably gentlemen and they get things wrong and
They will know about it.
That's right.
They better not. No, this is very true. Very true. No, I am certainly, I'm keen to hear how it goes at the end. Yes.
Oh well, we'll find out tomorrow then.
We'll find out tomorrow, Mike. Have a good evening.
Now for the Scooby-Doo ending.
Oh, yes.
I'm Nathan. It's actually me, Nathan, race
That's
director.
actually me, Wendy. Hello, everybody. Oh, gosh. It's so great, but
Yeah, we weren't actually Samantha and Mike.
No, we're actually Nathan Favai, this is his name, and Wendy Vandenberg, it's my name. And we are here for you.
So normally tonight we would be doing lots of briefings and welcoming you to Greymouth and going through the course and all that, but obviously under COVID level 2 we can't. So we thought we would just do a little bit of an online briefing. We are hoping that you've got all the information you need. You've had the maps earlier. There's obviously the race briefing document, and we'll be taking questions and updating the event website tonight.
Yes, and that will, you can expect your questions to be answered until 9 o'clock tonight. And then we are actually going to go to bed at some point. And then possibly from 5 a.m. in the morning. Quite important in the morning is that you're not early. So if you have your start time, which you all should have, just try and be there at the time that is indicated. So, which is about, half an hour before race start?
Yeah, that's correct. So it's really important that you know your start time whatever that will be, and that you want to be at the drop-off, ideally exactly 30 minutes before your start time, and that'll just make everything run really smoothly on the day tomorrow. And the other thing is to make sure that when you go to the drop-off point that you're ready to get out of the car really quickly, so the car can move on. We want to avoid having a queue of cars at the drop-off point. So just be ready to jump out of the car, wetsuit on, race bib, obviously your helmet, suitable footwear, and one person in the team needs to have the timing transponder. And as we said in the race briefing notes today, it's probably worth carrying a mask with you, around the whole course. So the more you can wear that, then obviously the better that is as well.
Yeah, and I have been out on the course this week. All courses. They're looking awesome, and there's probably a few places where there's potentially more people. So you'll have to, although everybody's spread out with the spread out start times, but I just really encourage people to be safe and courteous and kind, and just take your time through various areas and have a really wonderful time with your teammates. There's some really amazing country you're going to be traveling through, and I imagine it's going to be a good adventure. So, yeah.
Awesome. So, have a good night and enjoy plotting your route through the courses. And we will see we'll see some of you very early in the morning. We'll see all of you, or most of you in the morning, and some of you in the early afternoon. So
yes.
That's it from me.
That's right. I should see you all at the finish line. I'm pretty sure I should see you all there. Unfortunately, we can't hug at the finish line. Those of you that have done other spring challenges, you know that we have a nice welcoming committee, but we can't actually hug you. So we will be sort of doing virtual hugs and virtual high fives and congratulating you from a slight distance. But we're looking forward to seeing you all at the finish line.